But for life, sometimes that's not realistic, and sometimes having everything in place ends up holding you back.
Get it wrong, it's my song. You can go and sing your song. My song, and stay strong, 'cause I believe it's my song. You can sing along, but it's my song.
But I've been watching my YouTube people, the people I like, and I just sort of was seeing what they did and why I liked them. I realized that I would get mad. I get used to watching some of them every day or every other day. So, and I like to be able to like go back and maybe binge the old things that they said. So I was trying to figure out what it was about their channels that made me want to watch them. And so I'm going to try to incorporate some of those positive attributes into my channel. So we will see. It's going to be an experiment betwixt me and you. And I appreciate you for watching me. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I had stuff I wanted to talk about. I think I hit on this earlier. Let me eat. I'm torn because my favorite YouTubers, like some of them won't. Some of them will like be eating and doing their makeup or something while they're talking, and it doesn't bother me in the least. I'm torn about what I'm going to do. So it's just going to be a work in progress, and I'm going to figure out what's best for me. But I have this thing that I do where I always have to have everything in place before I do what I want to do. And that is not a good way to do things, because sometimes it is. Sometimes you do. Like if we're doing a show or you're at work and you're doing an event, you want to have everything in place. But for life, sometimes that's not realistic, and sometimes having everything in place ends up holding you back. And for me, sometimes that has been holding me back because I'm doing that whole, well, once I get this, then I'll do that. And intellectually, I know better. I know that I shouldn't wait to take action, but it's a habit that I see that I formed. So I'm trying to get out of it. So like I don't know the shape of my YouTube channel, and it even stops me from posting videos because I'm like, well, I want to post about this, but I have to get all this done first, and then I need to like, you know, do a lot of research so I can be very knowledgeable and come up with like a list to make the information nice and succinct. And I'm thinking the people who I watch don't do that, and I genuinely enjoy watching them. So I have to find what's best for me, and you guys, you know, thank you for joining me on the journey. But I do think that's like an overall arch of life. Like, we cannot wait to take action if we feel that that action needs to be taken. And okay, so I'm a Gemini, so here's the other part of that. There have been times, and I can go into stories, but I'm not. There have been times with me where I will wait to take action, and it will be because I don't have that feeling in me that I want to do it. Or like I'll just be like, I'll procrastinate, right? But then once I do it, it's like, oh, it's so great that I procrastinated because me waiting made the deal better or made something else happen to make the situation sweet. Okay, let me give you an example real quick. It's a dumb example, but it is what it is. I'm a real estate broker, and so one time I was in 2 boards, and these boards are like, this one was like a $800 every 6 months though board. So I'm in 2 boards though. So I have to pay my $800 to be in this board way out in Lancaster, California. And I just kept procrastinating. Like, you know, they send you the things telling you you need to pay, and I kept procrastinating. And the only reason I was in the board was because I needed to be able to find properties out in Lancaster. So then I'm procrastinating, and one day I need to find something for one of my clients, and I'm like, I hadn't paid my dues for that board, so I couldn't find it. So then I'm going, and I'm just like, I have to figure this out. So I go into my board, like my Southern California board, and I realize that with my membership in Southern California, then I have access to that board out in Lancaster. So my point there is, like, in that instance where I decided to procrastinate, it actually worked out because I saved myself, I can't remember if it was 6 or 8, but I saved myself a nice chunk of money by procrastinating, because if I would have paid when it was due, I would be out that money. So I think my goal always is just to be true to myself, and, you know, if I feel like procrastinating, be okay with the fact that I'm procrastinating. And if I feel like taking action, take the action without having to be like, I need to have A, B, C, and D before I do the grand thing that I want to do.